Welcome to The Proud Gardener. My name is Wendy Proud, and today we'll be talking about camellias. Camellias are incredibly durable and so beautiful. They also bloom at a time of the year when not a lot else is blooming, which is fall through spring. First of all, one variety that I'd really like to share with you today is one called Sensation. The name says it all. It has a wonderful fragrance. It's light and sweet and so pretty to look at. This is a double flower. There's many different types of flowers. Another one that you might consider is this one here, known as Yuletide. It's a camellia that the namesake says it all again. It blooms in the wintertime. Now, camellias are great for the shade garden, and they can be mixed in combination with many other plants, such as ferns, maybe some hellebores or heucheras, and if you need a little extra pop of color, definitely add in some cyclamen. Now here's a great use you can do with your camellias. I love this part. They're so fun and so durable, you can actually float them in water. Just clip a few flowers and put them in any kind of a glass dish that you might have. Again, lovely to look at, and they'll last for several days in these containers. Okay, let's get into the care of camellias and how we can make sure that they have the most beautiful blooms possible and they're healthy, happy plants. They definitely need to have acidic soil. One way to acidify the soil is you can use an actual acid mix in combination with your garden soil or in containers. Or you might consider using cottonseed meal, an organic solution to acidifying the soil. It's also a fertilizer as well. Or you can just use a well-balanced, complete fertilizer such as Dr. Earth that has all the things that a camellia needs as well. Now I'd like to share with you a few tips on pruning. There's a definite way to prune camellias so that you can have a bushier plant, which ultimately means more flowers, and that's all what we're after. One thing that's unique about camellias is that they grow in what's called cycles. So the previous year's growth will have a ridge mark on the stem here, if you can see that. These little ridges that you see here, this is the camellia's telling you cut just above that. When you do this cutting here, what that does is it actually forces the plant, the buds below this point, to push up, which means a bushier stem and also more flowers next season. Let me share another thing with you about the flowers of camellias. Many of us have experienced before a problem known as petal blight. This is petal blight. It's an unfortunate thing that happens to camellias during the rainy season, but it's also very controllable. One way is simply hygiene. Clean up your flowers, pick them up off the ground, don't leave them laying around. This is caused by a fungus which transfers by wind and water. So if you keep these off the ground, your plants will be happy and you'll have beautiful flowers all season long. If you'd like to review any of these tips that I've gone over today for camellias or any additional tips on other topics, please visit rogersgardens.com.